All right. I'd like to introduce myself to you. My name is Yo Jeff, the hip hop dating coach. And this is really, I just want you to get a basic understanding of who I am, what I'm about to embark on. I'm going to present a series of videos to help address uh, what I consider the problem with dating and my solutions to matrimony problems, teenage pregnancy, dating violence, and a variety of different things. And I call myself a hip hop dating coach. That's because I use hip hop to address the middle ground of people or society. Hip hop was created by a variety of ethnic groups in the African American community. You had Europeans, you had Latinos, and even heavily infused by Asian culture with the martial arts movies. Of course, you had the pioneering values, love, peace, and having fun. And really, that just, to me, hip hop is a place where race doesn't really matter. Culture is welcomed. So you bring your cultural expressions, whether you're Arab, you're Indian, Latino. We want to hear how you put your spin on it. So we don't want you to lose your culture. We want you to bring your culture, but your culture is welcome. And that's different than a lot of the subgroups in America. And I say that because our subgroups heavily influence us. And when it comes to dating, we get our main influences from our religions and our cultures. And many of our cultures and religions don't more so isolate us than unite us. Many religions have within their guidelines, Muslims are to date and marry only Muslims. Jewish people are to date and marry only Jewish people. And the same thing with the different denominations of Christianity. And I think that is kind of a problem, but it's only one of the problems, all right? I try to address that by offering myself as a hip-hop dating coach, so that way I'm going for the people who are, like most Americans, see somebody they are attracted to and would like to talk to them and engage in a premarital dating process. I don't think everybody goes out to look for somebody to marry, but I think that's also the problem. I think that if you're going to look for booty or look for a nice person, you need to let marriage potential stay on the table. And the moment that you take that off the table, it becomes a problem. So I am a hip-hop dating coach because I believe that hip-hop is a culture-welcoming, race-neutral subculture of America and now world culture. And I can give a dating advice practice within that subculture that will allow me to speak to everybody, not just black people, not just Christian people, not just Muslim people, pretty much everybody and anybody that wants to date, or anybody in America. So I also consider myself a solutionist, all right? I feel that I try to focus on solutions to the problem, which does include a better understanding of the problem, but I like to focus on solutions. I like to allow you to understand what you can do to move further and move forward in your with your problems or whatever has been holding you back and struggling you as a single person to help you find marriage. My personal story is I use dating to find my wife. I used dating. I wasn't in an arranged marriage. I wasn't hooked up by anybody. I went out and I said hello to different people that I felt, women, because I'm a straight man. But I said hello to different people, got their phone numbers, and invited them out on dates, and ultimately ended up with a wife. Okay? I used the dating process. And what I did, I am going to show you how to do for yourself. And I feel that is independent. A lot of people, not say a lot of people, but a lot of thinking nowadays reminds me of how do you teach a deer or animal to survive. If you show them where the water is, they'll always go thirsty. but if you show them how to find out where the water is, then they will never go thirsty. So I don't like to match you up with somebody. I'm not a matchmaker. I want to show people how to do it organically. I want to drop them off in a place. I want them to be able to find nice people. I want them to be able to weed those people that they are vibing with, that they connect with, from the people that they don't connect with, and ultimately find somebody happy that they can spend the rest of their lives with. All right, and be married and never have to worry about infidelity, cheating while they're dating, dating blues. I want them to stay happy within their relationship. I want them to be able to please their partner, good sex, all of those different things that we feel are a part of a good marriage. All right. To me, that comes from improving the dating process. I am not a marriage counselor, although I don't have a problem with marriage counselors. I just felt sometimes you're in a tough marriage and it's already too late. So I like to get to you before you get married, because that's where the solutions and the preventions to a marital problem can arise. Now, can things happen in the marriage? Sure. People can get depressed. People can lose their jobs. People can whole lot of other things that cause for tension within a marriage. And therefore, I think that's where marriage counselors and ministers and family come in. But for the basic problems, not basic, but for some of the problems like infidelity that lead to early divorce within the first 5 years, I think we can address those problems using healthy dating education. I believe that through, I actually show you my textbook. This is a book that I wrote in 2012. It's called The Hip Hop Dating Guide. In this book, I walk you from everything from how to meet people that you like to developing a dating process that or a system that works for you. Things that you like to do, things that will help you find out what you need to find out about the person that you're dating while you're dating them, rather than finding out after you got married. But I believe that you also need to know how to recognize how a person is not good for you, or a person that you don't vibe with, a person that may present problems. And I think a lot of people do not break up relationships until they have a traumatic situation. I think it can end in dating abuse. It can end up in emotional trauma like cheating. And many times they may have had clues to those things early on and just treated their dating process or their dating period as if it was a marriage and didn't know that they could opt out. And a lot of people don't know how to break up, and they don't know the value of breaking up. And sometimes breaking up is the best thing, not only for the relationship, but more so for you, the individual. I get into that in my book, and I will get into that in my series of videos. And so please enjoy my videos with me. Some of my little simple mottos are: dating is your first line of defense from STDs, and from dating drama, which can consist of getting your heart broken, which can be fatal for some people. It can lead to a lot of depression, or it can lead to what I consider post-traumatic relationship disorder, where you believe things like all men cheat. How about that one? Or all these women just want thugs, they don't want nice guys, or I don't like black women, right? It's just like any other type of post-trauma situation. Sometimes it doesn't have to directly happen to you, although in most cases it is the result of a bad incident. But just as we saw in 9/11, people who had never been to the trade centers experience post-trauma stress disorder, PTSD, all as far away as Wisconsin. Just watching the the towers go down, they suffered from PTSD. And you'd say, well, how did they suffer from it? They live so far away. Well, they could associate to it. They could associate the towers to being a part of America. They could associate their neighborhood being in America. So when you say it's an attack on America, now they feel scared that it can happen anywhere. And that's the same thing that happens when we have young children around parents that go through a divorce, that go through a breakup, or a mother that has guys cheat on her, or a father that goes through just any kind of parent. That type of trauma on the parent can be witnessed by the children, not just child, the children. So that's one of the things they say about being a child of divorce. You can get scarred. You can get baggage from that. You can scar your children just by going through a divorce. So I call that post-traumatic relationship stress disorder, okay? And I think through healthy dating, you can avoid some of those experiences, although, I'm not going to say I'm going to catch every cheater. I'm not going to say you will never get your heart broken. What I will say is you'll be able to address it and probably make it not as bad as it is. I think a lot of people stay in messed up relationships because they don't feel the confidence or the ability to find somebody else as good as that particular person that they are not fully happy with. So I think when we start talking about breaking up, those things come into play. So again, I'm going to end here, try to keep my videos to around 10 minutes, which I'm probably going to go over every time. But I want people who watch my videos to be able to use dating to avoid disease, STDs, teenage pregnancy or premarital pregnancy. And I want them to be able to enjoy dating. I want them to be able to find happiness in marriage. I'm not somebody who's advocating that you can't find marriage being single, but I want to make marriage hot and popping again. Yes, you can live single for the rest of your life and enjoy it and beautiful, but married couples live healthier, happier, and longer lives. And if we're going to have a strong family unit, strong black family, strong America, hell, if we're going to make America great again, we need to do it starting, or one of the key elements is through a strong family and our children are intact. So this video series by me, Yo Jeff, the Hip Hop Dating Coach, is to help you in that process, to help you find the happiness of marriage so you can have a happy family, and you will learn how to address your baggage and hopefully experience less traumatic experiences. So I want to thank you. Again, this is going to be the first of many videos sitting right here to address issues in the media, issues that come up, and then you'll be able to email me questions. I may go live a few times. So I want to thank you very much. Look forward to you joining me in this journey of video making, video blogging, whatever you want to call it. All right, Yo Jeff out. Peace.